Wait, don't fall asleep yet, because the position you choose tonight isn't just about comfort. It's quietly deciding how efficiently your brain flushes toxins, how smoothly your heart circulates blood, how freely your lungs expand, and whether your spine strengthens over time, or slowly bends under nightly stress. This isn't preference. This isn't habit. This is biomechanics playing out for 8 straight hours. Every single night, without thinking about it, you lock your body into a posture that either supports repair and recovery, or subtly sabotages it while you're unconscious. Whether you collapse like a drop marionette or curl inward like you're bracing for impact, your sleeping position is broadcasting valuable information about your health. And tonight, we're decoding that message. Let's start with the position nearly 40% of humans instinctively fall into the moment their head touches the pillow. You recognize it instantly. You probably slept this way before you could walk. The fetal position. There's something deeply hardwired about pulling the knees toward the chest and bowing the head forward. It's the most ancient posture of safety the human body knows. A silent biological signal that says, "I'm protected. Leave me alone." From an evolutionary perspective, this posture is brilliant. Curling inward shields your most vital organs, your heart, lungs, and abdomen, from nighttime threats. It also conserves body heat, turning you into a compact, energy-efficient survival unit. In evolutionary terms, you've transformed yourself into a hardened biological pebble. But while your primitive brain relaxes, your modern skeleton starts filing complaints. When you curl too tightly, chin pressed into your chest, knees pulled high, you create constant compression. Your diaphragm can't fully descend, forcing your lungs to operate in a restricted space, like an engine starved of air. That shallow breathing reduces oxygen delivery while you sleep, which may explain why some people wake up feeling heavy, foggy, or strangely exhausted, as if they ran a race without ever leaving the bed. Then there are the joints. Remaining tightly curled for hours places sustained pressure on the hips and knees. Over time, that stress can contribute to stiffness, inflammation, and even early arthritic symptoms. But don't panic and force yourself flat just yet. The fetal position has a powerful upside, especially for snorers. Side sleeping with a curved spine helps prevent the tongue from collapsing backward and blocking the airway. It's a gravity-based airway stabilizer. And during pregnancy, this position is often essential unless you enjoy compressing major blood vessels under extra weight. The solution isn't abandoning the fetal position, it's modifying it. Don't be a clenched pill bug, be a relaxed shrimp. Let the legs extend slightly. Slide a pillow between the knees to align the hips. Suddenly, the same position that stressed your joints becomes supportive and restorative. But maybe curling inward isn't your instinct. Maybe you prefer structure, stillness, control, even while unconscious. That brings us to the fetal position's disciplined cousin, the log. This is side sleeping with arms straight down and legs stacked neatly, like a plank of lumber awaiting transport. It looks stiff. It looks uncomfortable. It looks like you're trying to occupy the least possible space on the bed. But here's the secret advantage of the log sleeper. This position activates your brain's overnight cleaning crew. During deep sleep, the brain slightly shrinks, allowing cerebrospinal fluid to flush out metabolic waste, especially beta amyloid, a protein linked to cognitive decline and Alzheimer's disease. Research shows that side sleeping, particularly in a log or loose fetal posture, optimizes this waste removal process. Gravity assists the flow, allowing neural debris to drain more efficiently. In simple terms, you're tilting your brain so the trash can get taken out. If you want to wake up mentally sharper, clearer, and more refreshed, side sleeping is one of the strongest strategies available. But there's a cost. Gravity doesn't care about your skin. Pressing the same cheek into a pillow night after night creates sleep lines, wrinkles formed not by age, but by pressure. And then there's the shoulder. When you sleep like a log, your entire body weight compresses one shoulder joint into the mattress. Circulation slows, nerves get pinched. That's why you wake up with an arm that feels dead, numb, or foreign. The clinical term is paresthesia. You probably just call it "why my hand doesn't work." If that doesn't sound appealing, you might drift toward a different side sleeping variation. You don't want to curl. You don't want rigidity. You want to reach forward. Enter the yearner. This is side sleeping with both arms stretched in front of you, as if you're chasing something just out of reach. It's one of the most visually expressive sleep positions, and biomechanically, one of the most complex. The yearner keeps the airway opening and brain cleaning benefits of side sleeping, while opening the chest slightly more than the log. This can reduce pressure on the lower shoulder and redistribute weight. But there's a trade-off. Extending the arms places tension on the brachial plexus, the nerve bundle running from the neck into the arms. Wake up with tingling or numb fingers. That's the yearner's toll. And here's where things get specific. Which side are you yearning on? This matters more than most people realize. Your stomach curves to the left. When you sleep on your right side, gravity encourages stomach acid to flow upward into the esophagus. That's a direct recipe for nighttime reflux. But on the left side, the stomach sits lower than the esophagus. Gravity works in your favor, keeping acid where it belongs. If you experience heartburn and aren't sleeping on your left side, you're fighting anatomy, and anatomy always wins. Now, maybe none of that concerns you. Maybe you just want to lie flat and stare upward. That brings us to the most disciplined posture of all. The soldier, flat on your back, arms straight at your sides, legs extended, perfect stillness. You look like you're awaiting a system reboot. For your spine, this position is close to ideal. Your head, neck, and spine align neutrally. No twisting, no compression, no uneven torque. Assuming your mattress isn't ancient, this posture supports your natural curves with minimal strain. Your face avoids pillow contact, reducing acne and pressure-related wrinkles. You're protecting both appearance and spinal integrity at once. But your airway has a problem. Back sleeping allows gravity to pull the tongue and jaw backward, narrowing the throat. The result is snoring, often loud, disruptive snoring. For people with sleep apnea, this position can be dangerous, increasing the frequency of breathing interruptions. Still, if you have a strong airway and chronic back pain, the soldier may provide the most orthopedic benefit. But some sleepers need more freedom. They spread out. They claim territory. They dominate the mattress. Enter the starfish. This is back sleeping with arms raised and legs spread wide. It's rare. Only about 5% of people sleep this way, but it has unique benefits. Raising the arms can reduce shoulder compression and relieve rotator cuff tension. And spreading the limbs maximizes heat loss, making this position ideal for people who overheat at night. But the downsides are significant. Keeping arms overhead can compress the ulnar nerve, causing numbness in the pinky and ring fingers. And like the soldier, the starfish dramatically increases snoring, often worse due to an open mouth. Finally, we reach the rebels. The stomach sleepers, the free fallers, face down, hands under the pillow, head turned sharply to one side. Most spine specialists consider this posture a structural nightmare. To breathe, your neck must rotate nearly 90 degrees for hours. This strains the cervical spine, restricts blood flow, and overloads the lower back. So why do people do it? Because it feels secure. And because it nearly eliminates snoring. Gravity pulls the tongue forward, not backward. For extreme snorers, this becomes a last resort. There's even evidence linking stomach sleeping to heightened defensiveness or a sense of losing control during the day, so you cling to the mattress at night. But the cost is steep: neck pain, lower back strain, and facial distortion from constant pressure. So what's the best sleep position? There isn't a single winner. Your body usually chooses the posture that minimizes immediate discomfort, but understanding the mechanics gives you the power to optimize. Back sleeper who snores? Use positional tricks to encourage side sleeping. Stomach sleeper with neck pain? Reduce pillow height or eliminate it. Side sleeper with hip pain? Place a pillow between the knees. Sleep isn't passive. It's a nightly performance. And if you spend 1/3 of your life doing it, you might as well do it right. Now, what sleeper are you?